Dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah! Drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted like that.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Full Send Show, episode 2. Welcome, fellow senders. This week, we have some really awesome stuff. Today, we're going to start out with our send of the week. It's going to be a regular thing on the show. I really enjoy it. We're going to break down somebody who absolutely sent it and subsequently destroyed themselves, but beside the point. Second, I created an animated short on living your dreams, on not making excuses about living your dreams, and about a little bit of my experience with living my dreams. So stick around for that. A little bit of a life update. Currently I live in Colorado, and I spent the season here being a ski bum. I'm feeling led by God to, for the summer, move back towards the Midwest. I'm gonna spend some time seeing friends, and then I'm going to Hawaii for 3 weeks to learn to surf. And just to kind of get some perspective. And then I have some other adventure that I don't know what I'm doing yet, but that's kind of my life update. Hope everyone is doing incredible. And that leads us into our send of the week.
All right, guys, our first send of the week is an absolute tragedy. This guy definitely full sends it, and he definitely pays for it. I'm going to let it play through, and I'm going to give you guys a breakdown afterward.
Dude, hey, Brody, are you good?
Broda is definitely not good.
Holy
All right, guys, let's break this down. This is awesome. First off, does anyone know if Broda is a combination of brother and Yoda, like it's like a slang term that you'd call your friend, or if it's his actual name? I'm not sure which one's actually more embarrassing, but I'm just asking for a friend because I need to know this. So he's coming in absolutely hot. Anybody that gets that much air off of that non-existent bump is going at least 60. And this is the moment when he realizes and I realize that things are about to get nasty, because he is definitely out of control and also not a very good skier based on that form. He goes off a jump and...
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have their scores. Craig Revelhorn, 10.
I mean, I've got to give respect where respect's due here. I mean, this headstand is Olympic. I mean, the point of the toes, the form, absolutely phenomenal. And here, this is the part that gets me. The part where he's suspended in the air in full-on ragdoll, like posing. That part is the part that really sets this whole scene. Okay, I've got to be honest, this guy's friend's pretty jacked up. He's over there laughing himself into hysteria. And, you know, I'm all for seeing my friends absolutely blow themselves up sometimes. I mean, it's a good laugh when they, you know, when they're safe afterward, but I don't think this is the time and place for this guy to just be laughing and cackling to himself hysterically. And so I want to say to his friend, make sure you let me know how purgatory is for those laughs, buddy. You're going to have to pay for those.
Dude, hey, Brody, are you good?
Broda, are you good? I mean, where his other friend probably wins the award for like darkest friend of the year, this guy wins the award for least intelligent question asking friend of the year. Are you serious? Broda, are you good? I mean, that guy's ski flew like 50 feet. Do you think he's good? He ragdolled in the air, bro.
Holy
What are those? Yeah, sorry the expletives are bleeped out here, but I think I said, or at least thought, something extremely similar when I saw this video. And I think this guy definitely has an excuse. I mean, he has a much more fitting reaction to seeing his friend completely go into oblivion than the other guy who's still probably laughing. Anyway, this send of the week was sponsored by Atomic's new Pink Skis for Men ski brand and Smith Orthopedics, who put this guy back together after he blew himself up.
So this next part of the show, I would call it like the entree of the show. It's going to be different every week. I'm kind of coming up with people I want to interview and different things that I want to discuss. But this week, we're going to be talking about living your dreams. I think that American society overall has kind of lost its grip on dreaming. This American society and the definition of success isn't really about living your dreams or taking risks. It's about stability and safety. So I wanted to do a little piece on living your dreams, about kind of breaking free from that. And I hope you guys enjoy it.
So let's call this one I Can't because excuses are super lame. I want to preface this by saying that I'm not in any way acting like I've got this all together, but I believe it's the truth and I want to share it with myself and you guys. So here's you or me. We're all a little funny looking, but it's okay. So no matter what you think about yourself, you're really amazing because God made you that way. It's just the cold hard facts. Except please stop posting your political opinions on Instagram. No one actually cares. So you're pretty weird. No one's exactly your type of weird, which is awesome. God gave you so much uniqueness that the Enneagram 4s of the world rejoice for a moment, but then now they're all feeling insecure because they realize they're not the only ones that are unique. I think it's really special that God made each of us so special. I know this sounds like a children's book up to this point, but hang with me. Your passions, interests, and dreams are unique to you, and they're awesome. They're a gift from God to you and to the world around you, and they're sacred and holy. At least that's what I believe. I'm not sure what environment you grew up in, but I grew up in a religious environment that tended to make it sound like you needed to repress your passions and your dreams, because if it wasn't explicitly God related, if you weren't like going out and sharing the gospel or some other very specific activity, it wasn't valuable to God. And I want to just say that's heresy. You can tell your pastor right now I'm calling him a heretic, because God really enjoys the hobbies and activities that you enjoy. That's the facts. I mean, it says that every good thing comes from heaven. And so anything that's good in your life, maybe you have a passion for, I don't know, soccer, or you have a passion for helping people. I don't know. Those are all amazing and holy things. And I really believe God's your biggest advocate to dream and to think big thoughts. So here's some dreams you might have. Your dreams might look crazier or more normal than these, but that's totally cool. Your dreams don't have to be wild to be extremely valuable and to be worth living. Here's some videos I found of you developing your passions and beginning to live out these dreams over the last few years. So John Mayer had to start somewhere, so I'll give you a pass on this one. I'm sure Messi took a couple of these off the face while he was practicing as a young guy, so you're normal. Here's some of your loyal fans burning your first book because you killed off their favorite character. Anyway, take a minute and think about your passions and some of your dreams you may have not acted out on over the last few years. So the issue is that much of our world doesn't value dreaming, and the ones that do value it in a very selfish and self-centered way. I kind of think of Oprah. I'm not saying Oprah is self-centered, but the way that she talks about it, it's very all about you and about finding happiness in your dreams. And I'll tell you straight up, I don't think that while your dreams can definitely improve your life, I don't think that you should be looking to your dreams to be your ultimate source of happiness. I think that's God's job, but whether you're religious or not, you may disagree with me. Success to much of the world doesn't look like taking risk or thinking big thoughts, but it really just looks like safety and stability. It looks like self-protection. It looks like getting a stable job that you may or may not hate and making as much money as possible, so really that you feel safe in life and you don't have any needs. And I'm in no way saying that a stable job or that having lots of money are evil. Don't hear that from me. I'm not going to say that because that's not true. But I think that making stability and safety dictate your life decisions is a recipe for a boring and unimpactful life. So many of us fall into this. We really begin to listen to what society says we need instead of listening to ourselves or what God says. We start to believe that we need a 40-hour per week job that pays us handsomely. We need a nice house and a nice car to be comfortable. But really, much of the time, our jobs and our lifestyle afford us little time or energy to be creative or to follow our passions. They afford us little time to invest ourselves into community and into activities that really benefit us and that benefit the world around us. We start to believe that our dreams and our passions are some way unattainable because of the things that we've chosen in life. I can't start a band because I don't have time because of my job. I can't coach a soccer team because I'd have to leave work early. I can't travel the world and write because I'd have to quit my job. The truth is, you could do all these things, but you're unwilling to. There's a huge difference between something being impossible and you just being unwilling. There's nothing impossible about these dreams or any dream that you might have, in my opinion. Your mindset is the only thing that's impossible. I heard this all the time when I was hiking the PCT. People would pass us and say, I'd love to do what you were doing, but I could never get that much time off work. Yeah, they could. They could quit their job like I did. But the difference was they weren't willing to. They weren't willing to make that sacrifice. And I think that making excuses and saying, I can't do something, you're really only giving yourself a pass to not dream bigger and to not take risks, which I think is a little silly. What I'm trying to get across to myself and to you is that your self-protection and averseness to risk will never change the world. It really won't lead to an impactful life at all. I believe that our life certainly ebbs and flows. There's definitely certain times in life where you need that stability, you need a little more certainty. And I believe that risk can look extremely different for different people and in different seasons of life. Maybe for you in this season, it just likes like dreaming about something for your job and then taking the risk to pitch it to your boss. I don't know. But if your life doesn't seem adventurous to you, I think you're selling yourself short. The only way the kingdom of God will come to earth is if we dream bigger, think larger, and take big risks and little risks in our lives. You owe it to yourself and to your God. God says he'll hold us accountable for what we do in our lives. And I feel much of the time that I spend my life waiting on God to tell me what to do. And I think the most of the time he's waiting on us to go just do something. It's your choice.
Thanks everybody for watching. Go send it this week. Dream big. Stop just focusing on having a stable and safe life, because that's really boring. And do something big this week. Think outside the box. And love you guys. See you next week.